every game. His back's not sore. Okay, second of all, Derek Harper's the guy that needs to stop him. They tried Anthony Mason on it, didn't work. John Starks has defended him many times in the past. That hasn't worked. Derek Harper's got to be the guy, even though when Derek's not in the game, they're going to have a lot of help from other players.
Well, Derek Harper played very, very well in game one. He was one of a quartet of defenders going up against Michael Jordan, and Michael scored 44 points.
Everyone expects him to do his thing. Everyone expects Michael to have 40, 30, 40 points. And, you know, it's a challenge because if I'm able to, at the least bit, slow him down, then, you know, it's gonna do our team a lot of good.
Sit, Lassie. Oh, good girl, good girl, good girl. Up next, it's the Knicks and Bulls on TNT. Quick, Lassie, fix the remote. Just take a look around. Darkness rules the earth.
In a dangerous world.
Governments crumble. Chaos reigns.
In a treacherous time.
There is opportunity in chaos.
Evil is a fact.
Drax is on a quest for a supernatural power.
And courage.
Stop them. You're the only one who can.
Is a phantom.
Who was that guy?
Somebody I already killed.
There are some who say he is only a myth. Soon they will discover the Phantom is real. Rated PG. Everywhere. June 7th.
It hurts so bad.
Instructor, what he was telling Tony was patience on offense. Relax for a second, give me a chance to get where I want to go to. Tony Kukoc receives the first pass, and as he starts to look opposite, the man that Kukoc is looking for on the other side of the floor is Michael Jordan. The problem is Kukoc expects Longley to already be down low and for Michael to run one of those slice cuts into the post area. Well, when Michael isn't slicing, Kukoc kind of gives up early and starts to reverse the ball back to the top of the circle. I want you to continue to watch Michael's head as Kukoc sends it back to the top. Michael right there kind of shakes his head saying, don't give up on me. Well, the Bulls are smart enough not to give up. He draws the double team, they swing it, he steps right back in. Scotty knows enough to hang with Michael, and again, 2 of the 44.
Yeah, got to go back to the big guy. How about the New York side of things now? No time to wait for the Knicks, especially John Starks going 0 for 9 in game
Bottom
one.
line is he's going to have to get himself off offensively. He has to put the ball up, put it up quickly, knock it down, and try to take some pressure off the perimeter game.
Realistically, how many games can the Knicks take in this series? What do you think, Mike?
I think this very easy could go 6 games without question.
How about it, Cheryl?
6. I'm not going to go up against the czar over here. I'll agree
Always
with the czar,
wise, always wise.
No question.
And there are some folks out there, some Chicago fans, who want the city renamed Chiquadgo. They're going for their 4th in the 1990s. The next step, taking care of the New York Knicks. They're going for a 2-0 lead here on TNT tonight. It's game 2 of our doubleheader, and it's next. Keep it here.
The NBA playoffs on TNT are brought to you by Lincoln Mercury and the complete line of 1996 Lincoln and Mercury automobiles. By Original Coors in the yellow can. There's nothing like the beer from up here. And by STP, makers of Son of a Gun Protectant and Son of a Gun Citrus Cleaner.
Someday, tires will be designed to drive you up to 50 miles, even after a puncture. But you'll have to wait for that innovation. Okay, you've waited long enough. The Secura tire system, part of the personal security package, available only on the Lincoln Continental.
mattress relies on springs that are linked. So when your partner moves, you can get to
Virgin is a flexible company, and I think American Express is very flexible as well.
The 1996 NBA playoffs, Michael Jordan being introduced right now. Eastern Conference semifinals, game 2. And they will match up thusly. For the Knicks, Mason, Chicago counters with Pippen, Oakley and Rodman, Ewing and Longley, Derek Harper and Jordan, Starks and Ron Harper. Moments ago, a special moment for Phil Jackson, honored as the 1996 NBA Coach of the Year. And despite the 3 NBA titles won by the Bulls under his tutelage, that is his first honor of the sort. Let's check in quickly with Craig Sager.
I walked into the arena with Dr. John Heffron, the team doctor for the Bulls, and Michael Jordan came up and said his back was perfect, so the Bulls are at full strength. Not so for the Knicks. Backup point guard Charlie Ward is back at the hotel. He apparently is suffering from a stomach virus. He was one of 8 Knicks to see action in Sunday's game. His absence affects the rotation for Coach Jeff Van Gundy, who told me that he expects Gary Grant to see those minutes. I asked Willie Anderson if he expects to be in the playoff action for the first time, and he said, I doubt it. I don't fit his scheme. Norm, let's go back now to Bird.
All right, Craig. Game 2. Game 1 captured by the Chicago Bulls 91-84. The officials tonight, Bernie Fryer, Jess Kersey, and Jack Neves.
Well, this might be a perfect opportunity with Charlie Ward back in the hotel for Van Gundy to find more time for Hubert Davis. We'll see if John Starks or Hubert Davis can handle the New York offense in the absence of Charlie Ward coming off the bench. I got to feel that Hubert Davis shooting the ball the way he did against Cleveland and the way he has in the game 1 of this series, but they got to try to find more minutes for him.
They don't need any more minutes for this guy. 44 points. 48% of his team's total. There is Hubert Davis looking on, and we're set to go. Chicago leading the series 1-0. It'll be Ewing and Longley to jump center. Patrick got it into the hands of Charles Oakley, playing with that mask because of a minimal fracture of the orbit of his right eye sustained back in the early part of April against Boston, caused him to miss 6 games. Here's Mason, low post. Rodman, the double team comes from Pippen. That leaves Oakley open, and the shot no good. Jordan takes the rebound away from Rodman. Into the hands of Ron Harper.
Good defense in the first possession by the Bulls, forcing Charles Oakley to shoot the shot. But you see the Knicks are trying to establish that low post dominance with with Anthony Mason down on the low post, and he drew the double team, got the open shot.
Mason guards Pippen. Here's Longley with a jumper. It's good, and the Bulls are up 2-0.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Michael comes out of this game. If he comes out to be Michael, the prolific scorer, or Michael, the setup guy, the decoy, to try to get guys like Longley, like Harper, and Pippen into the game offensively.
Derek Harper misses his first shot. Ewing with the rebound, puts it up short into the hands of Rodman. Pippen comes across, top of the key. Mason picks him up. Here's Longley. Harper the cutter, and they mistimed the pass.
Well, bad pass by Luke Longley. You know, when you got Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Scotty's giving him the little growl right there saying, you don't need the perfect pass, just run the offense, and one of us will get a good shot.
Derek Harper picked up by Michael Jordan at midcourt. Now Starks comes off the screen, 0 for 9 in game 1, but he played terrific. There's a block from Longley on Ewing.
Well, that's beautiful defense by Luke Longley. Longley did a pretty good job on Patrick in game 1 down on the low post. He's got to find a way to score some points.
Rodman with the offensive board and the basket, and it's 4-0. And the Knicks have missed their first 4 shots of the night.
I like the shots the Knicks are getting, though. I like Patrick's aggressiveness down in the low post. He's missed the first 2, but I believe that he'll be successful if he keeps doing that tonight.
Derek Harper with a nice drive and off the glass for 2. Here's Pippen at the other end.
That's another thing they need to get, the Knicks, Vern, is if they can't get the low post, they also need to get some penetration by their guards. That's the same as good low post play when you can get inside.
John Starks with a reach-in foul. His first, team first. Let's go back to the New York offense.
And this is how aggressive Patrick needs to be. Longley makes a good play, but that's still a good play. Derek Harper, the next best thing to good post-up play, great penetration. Does the same thing, draws the defense to you and creates shots for your teammates.
9:40 remaining first quarter. Here's Jordan. Passes on the shot, throws it underneath. Ron Harper, acrobatic play, and Rodman has another offensive board and a score.
Well, in 3 minutes, that's one more point than he scored the entire game in game 1.
Note the time. Rodman's the leading scorer for the Bulls. Here's pick and roll. Harper back to Ewing. Over Longley for 2.
Patrick had a great deal of success in the first half of game 1 off that pick and roll, shooting that perimeter shot.
Chicago up by 2. Bulls shot 50% in each of the games they won against Miami. Here's Ewing with a clean block. Underneath and off Rodman. That'll be a turnover. Chicago with only 8 turnovers in game 1. That's their first tonight.
Right back at you, Luke. You blocked my shot, I blocked yours coming back. Patrick has not played well in the low post against Luke, and I know that if he continues to be that aggressive player that he has throughout his career, that he'll win that battle.
Harper to Mason. And Mason travels. Jeff Van Gundy told us this morning he thinks the team needs to run and score at least 95. You agree?
Well, I think Van Gundy needs to get some sun. He looks a little pale there on the sideline. But yes, I agree. That's the toughest thing about playing Chicago. Everybody thinks about how you're going to stop Jordan and the Bulls. But another tough thing is being able to score against the Bulls. They're the best defensive team in basketball, in my opinion.
Longley, loose ball foul. And it's going to be called on Rodman. That's his first, team first. Harper, Oakley. Here's Derek Harper. 19 points. Really played well, but overshadowed because of the 44 that Jordan got the other day. Ewing got another one. We're tied.
Beautiful play for Ewing right there in the low post, Fern. Just takes it right aggressively at Longley. That time gets it up and over him.
We played 4 minutes, and Michael Jordan has yet to take his first shot.
Well, I think Michael wants to get everybody else involved. Doesn't feel like they're at their best when he has to carry the full load. So I think it's an intentional thing for Michael.
Ewing blocks Rodman's shot after another offensive rebound by Rodman. Here comes John Starks. Harper picks him up defensively. Tied at 6 with 7:35 to go in the opening quarter of play. Ewing got another.
That's a good shot for Patrick. He's being very aggressive down the low post, acts like he wants the ball, knows that his team needs him to create that dominance in the low post for them to be successful.
Mason guards Pippen. Pippen drives, dishes left, Longley. And a 3-second violation. Another turnover. Now here's Jordan with 49% of the field goals in game 1. The other starters just shot miserably in that game.
Well, and he knows that. He wants to get other people involved in the offense, but it'll be interesting to see how long he goes with that concept. I guarantee you if they get behind by too far, he'll start trying to score more.
Starks kicks it out right side. The jumper no good. Longley with a rebound. Loses control. It'll be New York ball.
And that's a good play by John Starks right there, Vern, trying to create some offense. He can't shoot from the outside. Drive in and penetrate for Harper.
These days, more and more people are doing things they never imagined before. People who never imagined a minivan could drive like a car are driving the Mercury Villager. People who never imagined how much fun driving could be are driving the Mercury Mystique. And people who never imagined a car could look.
When he grabs a rebound, don't even try to take it away from him.
He's got the speed and the quickness of a guard and the body of a big guy. He's just awesome.
I know his moves, and I know what he likes to do, and I try to defend it, and I still can't stop it. He has a complete package. This is a guy who's definitely not one-dimensional. He embodies everything that is great about this game.
Beginning next winter, and for every championship season to follow, a new network dedicated to covering sports as never before. From CNN and Sports Illustrated comes CNN SI, the 24-hour sports news network.
In game one, Michael Jordan faced a number of defenders, beginning with Anthony Mason. Next up, Derek Harper tried to stop Michael. And the switch to John Starks, that one didn't work at all. Harper went back for a while. And then they tried Hubert Davis on Michael Jordan. And all Michael did, soar back and all, was score 44 and add a legend to the legend. He scored 7 of the points on Mason early, 24 in all against Harper, 4 against Starks, 4 against Davis, and a couple of other guys took a run at him. And he scored 5 points on them.
Well, I think he scored 44 on the entire New York team. You know, it's a team defensive effort, not individual matchups. And even though they don't want to play too many people on Michael and focus too much attention and shut down the other players, I think that they did a fairly good job on Michael, forcing him to miss 17 shots.
Harper has to go in and out, gets it back from Mason off the offensive board, and misses the second one. Loose ball foul. They got John Starks.
Good looks by the Knicks in their offensive set.
Second foul on Starks. He will sit, and Hubert Davis comes on.
Oh, you know, that's a terrible thing. When you had an 0 for 9 game and you come out and you have to go out 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter, don't even get a chance to get a shot or do anything. Very frustrating for John Starks.
Starks, who set an NBA playoff record in a 3-game series with 14 three-pointers against Cleveland. Here's Pippen over Mason. Chicago now 1 of its last 7 from the field. There's another offensive board for Rodman and a loose ball foul called on the Knicks. On Hubert Davis, his first.
Well, and that's how Rodman kills you. You don't have to pay much attention to him in the half-court offense, and he just gets all the rebounds. And that's why, you know, out of the 17 shots Michael missed the other night, 8 of them were rebounded at the offensive end by Pippen or Jordan. By Pippen or Rodman, I mean.
Knicks went for the steal, got caught for the foul. Derek Harper, his first. Remember that rebounding edge in game 1, 15-4 at one point? Well, Chicago has a 6 rebound edge already.
And Chicago had 18 offensive rebounds, and that's where it really kills you. When you're playing against these guys, you force Jordan to take a tough shot, and then Rodman or Pippen climbing the boards and get it back.
Harper, a little sloppy play early going, Chicago. Pippen tries to work the pick and roll, finds Harper left side off the front edge, and Oakley saves it. Gets it for New York.
Well, we've gone 6 minutes, and Michael hasn't decided to be part of the offense yet, and I just wonder how long it's going to be for him before he decides to turn it on.
Mason drives the lane and is fouled. Rodman. That's his second.
Mason is a very good low post player, very strong guy, has no perimeter game, good quickness, good handle with the ball, and good strength.
Well, frustration early on for Starks and Rodman. Rodman goes by and says something sweetly, I'm sure, to Jeff Van Gundy.
I think he asked him how come he didn't get Pat Riley's sun tanning booth.
Well, you couldn't get a suntan in Chicago today, I promise you. Somebody forgot to tell him it was May 7th. It's cold here today. Ewing hits from outside, and it's a 10-6 lead. Here's Tony Kukoc on for Rodman. Kukoc 1 of 8 in game 1. And here's another miss. Oh, Ewing with the sloppy pass. Jordan with his first shot of the game, he misses, but the putback goes to Jordan.
Well, it's a terrible outlet by Patrick, and that's one thing. You know, Pippen just gets an easy tip in. That might be something that just gets him going.
10-8, 5 minutes to go. Good rebound by Oakley over Kukoc, and he puts it in.
Well, and I think that's why we see Dennis Rodman starting against the Knicks right there. Charles Oakley just gets the rebound over to Tony, fights him for the ball, makes him pay.
Kukoc started the first 3 games of the playoffs, all 3 victories against the Miami Heat. Here's Jordan. In and out. He's 1 for 3. Longley with the rebound.
Well, Kukoc should be able to exploit Oakley at the other end.
There's Longley muscling his way in.
Longley's got a nice little left-hand, right-handed hook down the low post if he can catch it deep enough.
Ewing, pump fake, drives the lane. Basket will count. And the foul goes against Kukoc.
Well, Tony never established position on the defense. He was there, but he had his body turned sideways. If he would have just sacrificed his body, squared his shoulders up, I think he would have got the call. Good play. Both officials had that. Patrick just makes a beautiful outlet pass to Michael Jordan. Michael goes in to attempt his first shot, but this is the kind of play. Scotty gets the easy little tip in. Sometimes that's what you need, just to get the lid off, to get your offense going.
Inexplicably, Patrick Ewing is hitting only 50% of his free throws in the 3 of the 4 games of the playoffs thus far, and he misses his first tonight. He's a 76% free throw shooter over the 82-game season, 52% in the playoffs. Here's Pippen for 3. Nope. Tipped back out by Longley. Saved by Pippen. Hubert Davis guarding him. Kukoc looks inside for Jordan in the low post.
Well, the Knicks talked about how important it was to keep the Bulls off those offensive boards, but it's a lot easier said than done.
5 on the shot clock. Ron Harper travels. Patrick Ewing with 10 quick points, and the Knicks want to call timeout. 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the opening stanza of this one, a 4-point New York lead.
Imagine hearing the call of the road, not the road itself. Imagine having the world at your fingertips. Imagine yourself worrying less and enjoying more. Imagine an automobile so precisely engineered it feels as if it were formed from a single piece of steel. Introducing the all-new 1996 Mercury Sable.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury.
Now get 2.9% financing or $600 cash back on the 1996 Mercury Sable.
The new Mazda sport truck, B2300.
I got a passion.
Unbeatable 50,000-mile warranty. Fully equipped, plus air. For the price of a bare-bones Toyota. B2300. On sale now. Mazda.
I got a passion.
Olympus Gym in Manassas wants you to join the area's largest gym for just $29 a month. Over 25,000 square feet of fitness with equipment from Hammer Strength, Nautilus Power Plus, Body Masters, and a huge selection of free weights. Olympus also has the area's largest aerobics room with an air-suspended floor. And the slide, all at no additional charge. Olympus also has one-on-one training, a nursery, tanning, and a sauna. Olympus means total fitness. Join Olympus in Manassas now for just $29 a month. That's right, $29 a month.
Power up with summer classes at Northern Virginia Community College. Knowledge is power. At Nova, you get the knowledge and skills to power up your future. Summer offers 3 sessions. Classes begin May 20th, June 17th, and July 1st. Telephone registration for all sessions is going on now. In-person registration May 6th through 17th. For more information, visit the nearest Nova campus or call 703-323-3000. Get the knowledge and skills you need. Empower yourself at Nova.
America's guests is Seth Lenny Wilkins referred to them. That's a line that used to be applied to a golfer named George Lowe years ago. Offensive foul, New York. On Patrick Ewing, that's his first.
Yeah, Patrick trying to free Hubert Davis up for an open jumper. Hubert shooting the ball 70% from the field in the playoffs so far. Got caught moving the shoulder. Patrick has a bad habit of setting those moving picks.
Chicago, 3 of its last 14 from the field. And Jordan, by the way, was not given credit for that basket earlier. It went to Pippen. Here's Jordan with officially his first basket of the night.
It didn't take Michael long to start getting in the flow. Right here, only 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And I expect Michael will start being a lot more aggressive offensively.
14-12, New York with an early lead. They trail by as many as 15 in the first half of the loss on Sunday. Here's Mason. Takes it over Kukoc again.
That's what they want to try to do. They want Tony to try to play defense. They don't feel that he can guard the low post. And they want to make him play as much defense as they possibly can.
Jordan way outside. Here's Scottie Pippen. Underneath to Ron Harper. Nice move.
Beautiful execution. Huber got lost on the double pick. Harper, not a good perimeter shooter, decided to curl off the double pick instead of coming up what Steve Kerr would do, come up to shoot the jumper.
Harper and Davis in the backcourt. Ewing, Oakley, and Mason. Here's Hubert Davis. Finds Patrick Ewing. They're going to play him straight up. Over Longley. Offensive board. Charles Oakley. Here's Patrick again. Pippen made a wave at him with help.
Oh, my goodness.
And Oakley threw it away. Harper started toward the basket right when Oakley released the pass.
No, Oakley didn't even look. He tried to throw a no-look pass just to swing the ball to the top. He should have just thrown the ball right back down Patrick in the low post.
Turnovers are even now at 4 apiece. And a 2-point New York lead, 1:50 to go, opening quarter of play. Jordan had 15 points in the first quarter of the first game. He's got 2 tonight. And he's going to go to the free throw line for the first time.
Well, I don't know how Michael got that ball. It looked like it was coming right off into Patrick's hand. I don't know if Michael got away with a shove underneath or Patrick just mistimed that offensive rebound. Michael hanging around the glass. You see right here, Michael gives him a little shove, knocks Patrick completely off balance, gets away with a push.
Jordan gets his first free throw of the evening, and he can tie the score with this next one.
Watch your trap. Watch your hit. Watch your hit.
Chicago, the only way they're staying in this game is through second chance points. That's 10 second chance points. Actually 11 now on that free throw by Jordan.
And a chance to tie. Scottie Pippen and Jess Kersey seem somewhat disinterested so far. Nice polite conversation. Actually, they were mopping up some perspiration on the floor. Here comes Derek Harper. Kukoc, here's the trap. Kukoc comes in the trap, and the Knicks lose it out of bounds.
Well, Derek Harper very frustrated. He said right there he got pushed. He said if that would have been Michael Jordan, they would have been a foul.
Jordan guarded by Harper. 80 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Pippen with a jumper. And a loose ball foul called underneath on. Hubert Davis. That's his second.
Well, Scottie Pippen struggling a little bit from the outside right now, Vern. He was out here 3 hours before game time working on his shot. I think he'll get it. All he needs is make a couple and get him back in the flow offensively.
Well, 4 for 15 in game 1. He had played very well in the playoff series, reversing a trend that had set in the middle of February. Here's Steve Kerr on for Michael Jordan. And Harper back at the free throw line with his second.
Steve Kerr gave him a big lift in game 1, coming off, hitting 2 3-pointers, a little floater in the lane. 8 quick points when the Bulls were struggling to score.
Ron Harper gets the roll. Chicago has a foul to give with 1:10 to go in the quarter. Here's Derek Harper, picked up by Ron Harper. Charles Oakley, pump fake, drive, stolen by Pippen. 3-on-1. Ron Harper.
Beautiful defense by the Bulls.
And the steal and three-pointer from Pippen.
The Chicago defense. Charles Oakley, not a good ball handler, just made a turnover on a bad pass, tries to put it on the floor through the entire Chicago defense. Terrible decision by Oakley.
8 quick unanswered points by Chicago. Here's Ewing, no. And Kukoc is going to get called for the foul.
Well, Charles is trying to put the ball on the floor right here. Derek penetrates. Oakley's got the jump shot, tries to go by Pippen. 3 guys in there. Pippen strips him of the ball, takes it down the other way, gets an easy 2 points for Ron Harper at the other end. Then proceeds to throw the ball right back to Pippen for the 3-pointer.
Kukoc will sit. Judd Bushler comes on now. Kukoc in foul trouble. Bushler and his wife, Lindsay, expecting their first child at any moment. Due date was May 8th. We've got the offensive foul.
Well, we've seen Scottie Pippen make 3 consecutive great defensive plays. Right here, they're pushing the pick and roll baseline. Harper just drives in there. There's Pippen waiting on the block. sacrifices his body, takes the charge. That's why Scottie Pippen is such a great basketball player.
4 New York turnovers in the last 5 possessions. Derek Harper will sit. And Gary Grant, who has not played in the playoffs thus far, makes the appearance. Charlie Ward, as Craig told you, Craig Sager, back at the hospital with a stomach virus. Bushler for 3. Ewing gets it for New York. And Grant will come across the timeline as the Knicks play for the final shot in the first quarter. Mason back to Grant for 3. Big basket for New York.
Well, it's interesting. Steve Kerr left Grant. They've been staying at home mostly with Starks, but Grant the lead. Maybe that's a good adjustment the Knicks can make. Get someone that they'll leave open and try to create some offense with their bench.
Well, Michael Jordan had a very quiet first quarter, but his teammates a quick 10 points, and they lead by 3.
Johnson, Kingdom, Joyner Kersey, Torrance, they'll all be there to compete when the new Olympic Stadium is unveiled to the world. The Atlanta Grand Prix. Catch the action Saturday, May 18th at 1, only on TNT.